Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to install, which I've already started, some LED rock lights from Mike Tunery. So they are from Amazon. We got the 8-piece so that I have one in front and rear of each tire. So when we're out at night and we're wheeling, we got plenty of light. These come with 8 little pods. You will, if you have a JKU, will need to pick up a 10-foot extension, because on ours, the rear one that I have on the bumper comes up to the front fender, and that's it. So you'll have to extend it to get it into the engine bay. They come with these grommets with 2 bolts and 2 nuts and 2 washers. So I've already started on the passenger side to make sure all this stuff works, and what I did was built some brackets to go on the rails here, or certain parts of the Jeep here, because I don't really like just zip tying them and sticking them somewhere. It just doesn't do it for me, and I want them out of the way, so if we hit something, rock, rail, whatever, it'll be out of the way. So I'm kind of worried because the tire's here and this one's here, so we'll see how well this does. I have articulated it a little bit to see if it actually will hit, and it's not even close. So we'll see how that goes. And so I did one there in front of the tire. I did one here on our step rail bracket. Made a little Z bracket for it and went up underneath the, I don't know if you could see that, guys, but put it up underneath the bracket here, come down an inch, went over so it'll fit, ran all the wire up the frame rail, put this one on this side because the body mount is on that side. So I put this one on this side of the rail bracket, and even if you don't have these brackets, you can put a nutcert or something in these holes, because they look like, sorry for the mud, but they look like this. So you can get some kind of bracket or something to stick up in there with a nut. And then on the rear, let's go to the rear. I used a frame bracket for the rear bumper, drilled a hole in it, put a bolt with a nut on the back, and mounted this one to the little L bracket I made for it. And this is the one I was talking about that you're going to need to have an extension for, because if you run it, it won't go but to the fender, and you'll need a extension for that because it won't work. Done tried. And then I read some forums and stuff for people. They said it was a 10-foot extension in our group. So right here in front of the battery, if you can see it, the box is here, and this pump is in the way, but it'll be out of the way soon. And I've just been running them through the inside of here, on the inside of the battery area, up through the frame rail here, and up through the box, going into where the wiring harness goes for this wiring harness here. I have 8, so I got 4 on this side and 4 that are right here. Then the one light in front of the tire on the other side will hopefully reach and come over this engine area and be able to connect. So the brackets I made are painted black. What I did is went to my local hardware store, bought some flat plate. It's a 16 gauge, 12 by 15 inches, I think, and it ended up costing like $15, I think. I will put in a couple of clips where I actually bent them with my vise. The Z brackets were a little more work because of not having much leverage to move them. Okay, now I'm under the rear and I'm going to show you guys how I installed everything rather than just using zip ties. First off, I drilled a hole in the bracket, drilled a hole in this bracket. So now I'm going to get a bolt, stick it up here, put it up there like that. So now I'm going to install the light already installed to the bracket with the bolt in there, and I'm going to stick it into this bracket. This one is in there. I'm going to run the wires through the frame, around the body mount, probably through this hanger, and go all the way down the frame rail. Now we're going to install the bracket with the light already installed, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick it, drill the hole right here to go in between the bracket of the steps and the bracket there. Now we got the bolt put in with the bracket behind it. And this is installed. It's pretty good. Running the wire up over the frame rail along the brake lines, and just going to keep on going. Okay, so I have these little crow feet pliers, and I've been taking them, and you squeeze just like so. As you can get this, pull this back from the body, squeeze them. They kind of help. Sometimes they'll just pop off. Okay, so here's that bracket. It's connected to the actual metal fender bracket. So I just took this out, made an L bracket, stuck this in, and drilled a hole, stuck this in there, tightened it up, good to go. So now I got 2 holes drilled for the mounting points of the light, and then we'll go from here and go up through there with the wire. Here's the extension that we're going to add. Alright, now it's time for wiring. Everyone's favorite thing to do. Really, wiring doesn't bother me all that much. I've done it for quite a few years. So what we're going to do is take the negative and put it on the negative post, and then we're going to poke around. It's really not that thing hard to do. All you got to do is think about like roads. There are exceptions to other things, but just for general purposes, think of it as one way in, one way out. And so today we're going to be looking for an ignition source. Put it on the negative, and then we're going to poke around for something that is not hot all the time. So what I have is one of these. They're really easiest way to do things. Pick one up, Walmart, any auto parts store. Pretty simple stuff. Okay, now that we got the power wire in there, I notched a box a while back. So if you notch the area right here, you can get wires in and out through here. So it helps. I'm going to put it under this negative terminal here. Now I'm going to tidy it. Okay guys, I got all the fenders and everything put back up. And the app I'm about to use is this RGB remote. And I have it set up on the accessory. That's why the headlights are on. Find Bluetooth. Search Bluetooth. You'll come up, boom. Hit OK. And then we're going to hit this power button. Boom. And then we can also do to where they fade in and out on colors. They also have a speed up. You can see that. You can speed them up however fast you want them to change. To real fast. To really slow. You can have on strobe. Really slow. Alright, thanks guys. Hopefully this was helpful for everybody. I know it's a different way of doing it. If anybody has any questions, comments, just hit me up down below in the description, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.